So this is a pair in 1/6 scale of some MSA Swortans. Is that the name of them?
Yeah.
I used to have a set of these.
I kept cajoling you to finally move up. Finally just bite the bullet, get some nice ones.
He did.
You know, it's one of those things you trade up. When you use them a lot, you go, I'm going to get the nice primo version.
Right.
Drop a couple $100, get them, and they're broken immediately.
That's a true statement. So I sprung for them in the day. It was like 2010 or so in the project. Bought some Swortans. I ran them. Put them on the tailgate during a desert shoot.
Yeah.
And I had to relocate the truck.
Yeah,
they fell off
like
the
had lost
tailgate.
A target or something. Oh, yeah, we'll drive it 10 feet.
Yeah. And there's that talcum powder dust.
Yeah.
And so they fell into a pile of that so we couldn't see them. And then I ran over them in the truck and destroyed them. I used them on maybe 3 outings before they were gone.
So if you wonder why you never see like $500 headsets around.
There you go. And honestly, I wasn't too impressed with them. I was like, I'm not really running TAC comms now.
I liked the seal on them. The
okay.
cups were good. They're a lot better than
gel
the other
cups.
ones.
They're okay. But the hearing protectors I use now make me happy. They block out the sound. And again, I'm not running radio, so I didn't really care.
And I'm psycho.
Not. Huh?
You're psychotic. You walk around listening to silence and tinnitus ringing. That's like what serial killers do.
So funny.
I can't hear you, and if I already hear what's in your head, it's just...
This is a knife review. We'll get to it here in a second. Yeah, I do have that. I do. In my
no,
left ear.
I don't need music. I don't need nothing. I like the sign.
No, here's the deal. Here's the deal is I get tired of my music. I have thousands and thousands of songs, but I listen to them all the time. Show them, by the way, what that headset goes to. This is what TD is working on for the bunker.
Yeah, buddy.
War Angel Angela. She's hot and she's deadly.
I'm not sure what franchise it's from. I'm sure it's from some video game or something.
Super duper 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 cool.
I'll give you that as a hint because I'm sure that's some unit.
So we're getting some female presence in the project because the boys have been making fun of me saying you need to get some hot chicks in the bunker and on the tabletop.
Once upon a time we kind of looked at doing it, but
I forgot. I've been so busy.
It's hard to find.
Yeah, these are great. I mean, look how pretty she is.
Perfect.
And TD loves that she's bearing her midriff.
That's exactly what's standard issue for women in the new OCP uniform. So.
Right. I love her multicam uniform though. It's so freaking perfect.
And these are genuine cry pants. Right. You have to special order them from the tailor.
They are cry pants though. They got the cry knee pads, expansion fabric, cry boots. Fantastic. So you'll see her in the bunker and we're going to armor up differently. She came with that M4 specifically. And she's wearing her sword and pros.
I almost think that's like a civilian AR.
Probably. They're not always going to get everything technically correct. And again, it may become, like you say, out of a franchise or a video game.
I assume it's like a video game.
They're not trying to make
where
it
it's an arena thing and she's just got camo.
She got a watch on, dude.
She's got that.
Needs to be strapped on, but...
She's got an Iron Man pouch?
1911 in
weird.
A security holster.
Yeah, I'll say it's in 10 mil.
Safari Land. Super cool. Anyways, here we go. She'll be sitting off in the background. We're prepping her for a bunker review that we're going to be doing on a really interesting subject, by the way. I think you guys will like it. But we're not talking about guns yet. We're going to be talking about a knife. And it is a super cool dagger. Super cool collectible dagger. TD loved it. As soon as I showed it to him, this is the Spartan Blades Harsey dagger in black G10, and it's also in dark earth coloration. That is a 6-inch blade in S35, y'all. You like that, right?
I love it. This is one of my favorite daggers I've ever held.
And he's not making that up. This is on loan. It's not ours. It's expensive, really expensive. But as soon as I showed it to him, I was like, "Oh, by the way, I want to review this dagger." He was like, "Oh, awesome. Dude!"
Well, because most of these are
freaking.
It's the classic Sykes pattern where it's narrow, wider, narrow, usually some kind of polymer thing. It's very basic. It's always kind of...
The handle on this is ergonomic. I will give you that.
In G10.
Yeah.
And I like that you can see the tank. I like it. It's premium.
Machine G10. Of course, coated Torx screws here. Exposed pommel for smashing things. This is designed for what? Killing bad guys. For honest, it's for killing bad guys. So it's a spin-off on the Applegate Fairbairn Sykes methodology of using daggers, and a lot of it was century removal, at least in their lore. I don't know how often it was actually used for that, but that in their lore it was what it was
I read about it a while back, and I'm pretty sure there's a portion where he developed his techniques in Hong Kong as a policeman or something. And I just found that so interesting.
That's interesting.
But tell me what kind of policeman needs to go around shanking people?
I don't know.
Freeze!
I don't know.
He's not freezing.
Agree.
Put it between his ribs.
Agree. The real philosophy of use is collectible, but guys like to collect fighting blades. I'm one of those guys, by the way.
They're cool looking.
The more deadly the knife is, the more I am personally intrigued in it with this style of blade. Not like an EDC blade, but with this style of blade. I like it. It's a cool blade. Absolutely. It's wicked sharp.
This would be kind of cool as an EDC blade if you're just dicking around or something.
No way, dude. I would not use this as EDC blade. It has a horrible blade profile for that. It's a dagger. We got fingerprints all over it. Sorry. It's a dagger. It's thick. Look how thick that thing is. The stock is, let me get my digital calipers if I have them right here. It just won't cut that well. It's meant for penetrating cuts. Unless you're trying to impress somebody.
It's just for fun.
Oh, by the way, I EDC daggers in the 80s. I'm not making that up. Like a Gerber Mark 1, Mark 2. I did it all the time, man. 4.7 millimeters. So that's a pretty thick stock. And then it's, of course, double ground from there. It's got a flat on the side. Hollow ground during this portion. S35 is a great steel choice, although I don't know if you need it for a dagger. It's not going to be a high used blade. Wicked sharp out of box. Look at the tip, TD.
Sweet.
Don't drop it. You're going to incur some damage, I think. I mean, that is a very precise tip. I'm thinking like Godfather. Like our Godfather auto knives, the Protex. How sharp those are.
It's vulnerable looking to me.
Yeah. So this is about 7 ounces and 11.5 overall with the sheath. What do you think of the sheath?
I think it's busy.
Snap it in so they can see the fitment.
Have a few more rivets and stuff in there.
Yeah.
It's a little blank.
Yeah. Are you really having that much difficulty putting it in?
A little bit.
That's what she said. Yeah, so it's super positive. I think the thickness of the Kydex, in my opinion, and this is nitpicking, but it's an expensive blade, so I'm going to nitpick it. I think it's too thick. And like you're making fun of, it has too much metal on it. I think there's another way they could have made this lighter. It's super sturdy. It drains. It snaps in securely. It doesn't have a retention jump loop on it like a polymer loop like we're going to show you on a competitive option. Hypalon molly straps, which have unidirectional snaps. You have to snap these on and off in a certain way.
I've never seen that before.
It's kind of interesting. So you can't snap it on that way. You got to go the other way, right?
It's a great test. You do it, and then someone goes, "What? You can't do a button up?" And you go, "Yeah, try it."
You got to roll it from the other direction. And it makes a really... Snap that and then listen. Hear that squeak on that? So you could probably shoot some silicone or something on that to lube it up. So there's a sheath. And actually it's a reasonable carry weight. I'm not going to say it's super heavy. What's not so reasonable, though, is the price, dude. So yeah, the price is going to be over $400. I was a little bit shocked when I got the knife. I thought it'd be like in the high 2 range. Maybe 275. Maybe 295. Maybe 300. Maybe, I don't know, Spartan Blades is just trying to position this as a, high-end kind of semi-custom. Not so sure. Not so sure. It's a really cool knife, though. We do like it. We would like it a lot better if it was... What price would excite you? Throw it out there. Remember, it's S35.
Ideally, 160.
Super high quality.
160
oh, dude, you ain't going to get it for 160. Made in the U.S., maybe you'll get a Chinese knockoff for that. But or a lot less. I don't know.
It's not that complex, though.
It isn't. I'm going to give you that. It's a simple build.
I mean, it has to be coated, but uncoated and stuff.
Okay, so here comes our long-held, shown many times in the knife show here in the Nut and Fancy Project, the Boker Applegate Fairbairn Desert Knife as a competitive option. To be completely honest, I like this a lot better. A lot better. One thing I don't like about this knife, and TD loves it, is I think the handle's too short. Okay, I have large size hands. I run out of room. Granted, I like the flaring in the back of the handle right here, so it gives you some retention. You got double guards here, so it's good in the thrust cut. But I wish the handle was, I don't know, 3/4 inch longer. It's just me. I'm not going to say this one is perfect. It's not, but it doesn't have the flare out right here, TD. Look.
For real.
And I had this one re-edged in the day. Look at this, dude. 440C is a blade steel on this. And this has a broader planform, so I think it will shear cut a little bit better, but we are, again, nitpicking. The guard is almost exactly the same. I think this is a cast guard on this. And then they put weights in this one to balance it out. Did you know that? Pretty interesting.
Interesting.
And the price on this is, what would you think?
I have no idea.
I think I bought it for $90 in the day. Now they're up to $180. That's new.
Sheesh.
So Blade HQ, we'll put a link to this if you like daggers. I love daggers, by the way. They're cool. And the handle, look at this, dude. Delrin handle. Fits good. I don't run out of room. It's comfortable. Has kind of a palm swell thing going on here. Really a nice knife. And I love the sheath. I like the sheath better than this one. Look, they didn't go rivet crazy here. Right? So just enough. Snaps in positively. And this knife is old, guys. I mean, it's like, I don't know, coming up on 20 years.
Yeah. 18
to 20 years old.
Been around.
It's been around. I don't know if you get the camo sheath anymore. I think it might be
tan. That was aftermarket.
No, it came with it.
Really?
This edition is pure Boker, brah. Look at this. Jump ready, secure. There's a competitive option and a fraction of the price for this dagger. Let me show you this one. Did you Cerakote this? Here comes a GLOCK field knife. Now, this isn't a dagger, but I think it can function exactly the same way. What do you think?
Totally.
What are you looking up there? You're typing away while I'm doing the review.
I'm seeing if GLOCK did any colors of those. Cause
all the heavy lifting.
I think they came out with a tan one.
So there's black, there's OD, and this is Black Hawk Coyote Tan. That's actually not Cerakote, that's Duracote.
Yeah.
I remember we shot that in 2010. Kind of useful because that is a very rustable, I believe, 1095 blade. Some tool steel, I forget exactly which one it is. Again, not a dagger, but really cool. Super lightweight too. This whole setup is super lightweight. I had a TMP Patreon asking me about these. He goes, hey, do you still like the GLOCK field knives? And I answered him a message. I said, hey, absolutely, watch my review. I'll stand by everything I said. It's not a hacking blade. It's kind of an adaptation of a bayonet, really. This is a bayonet that was turned into a field knife. But it's lightweight. They are super strong. They dig well. They have sharp spines you can use on a fire steel if you want. But, dude, you could get how many of these for one of those?
Yeah, you could get 6 and duct tape them end to end. Or in a circle and turn it into a throwing star.
There you go. Last competitive option on this ridiculous tabletop review. SOG Agency.
There you go.
Oh, dude, we haven't seen this knife in a while.
Perfect.
So beautiful. Let's do a size comparison. So the Spartan Dagger up against the SOG Agency. Dude, this Agency dominates it. And check to see if that's in stock. I thought they quit making the Agency.
They're still making them.
They are?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this is one of my all-time favorite SOG blades, fixed blades they've ever done. Look at the handle, though. So I'm complaining about the handle. The SOG Agency, while it is intended to be a collectible, and it is a throwback to the SOG Mac V era, and I talk all about that in the review. That review goes way too long. A stacked leather sheath, metal cap, super comfortable. Oh my goodness, this is a great handle. And look at the guard. How wide that guard is.
Well, I guess they're out of stock now. I literally price checked them.
I thought they quit making them.
I price checked it about 3 weeks ago, and I could still find them around, but.
Look at the finish on that blade too. So this is intended, as I said, as a collectible, but look how beautiful that presents. So I'm going to be completely honest. I'd much rather have this than that.
This is one of my favorite knives all around.
I agree.
I love it.
I agree.
Very affordable for what you're getting out of it.
Absolutely. And here's the leather sheath right here. And again, full length review sitting out there on the interwebs if you want to look it up. The problem is, there's some minor quibbles we have with this. The main one is the insane price.
And even if you forego the sheath
my goodness.
and go cheap, it's like $333 is the floor.
If you get one, they sell it without a sheath?
Well, like a black.
Oh, if you go to Spartan direct.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so buy one. Tell us how you like it. We'll put a link below.
It's very cool. I'll be jealous.
I'll tell you what, there's TMPers that got money.
Oh, yeah.
There's TMPers that they're like, $400 blade? I have no problem with that.
Money ain't worth the same thing to everybody.
Then good on them.
I like it that way.
I salute him. I was like, rock on. So if you do get one of these, use it, abuse it, tell us how and why you like it. Nothing fancy and Tactical Doodle knife show. More to come. Awesome.